Vortex, this little bug flew on me, and I think he hurt himself. And I know that these insects don't last long, but I knew he was gonna die, so I put him here. So at least he would have a soft place to die. And I don't know, it could be a girl. I hope I'm not misgendering this little insect. I guess it doesn't even matter because I don't even know the type of insect that it is. But I went in for a church service, and when I came back out, he was gone. Life is so precious. It really is. And it's crazy, like, how many chances we take with our lives. I mean, I am speaking for me specifically, but like, I think that there's this part of me, the self-destructive part of me, the evil part of me that wants me to take myself out of this world. I understand why now. I understand why I don't want to be here. But I'm still here. And everybody's here. People don't have choices about a lot of things. But the choices that we do have, if we're not conscious of them, then we can't make better ones. And you know, insects and animals are not, they're not conscious like we are. But they still want to survive, you know? And it's crazy how, like, our world has managed to replace our natural God-given survival instincts with, like, you know, society and, like, what does the world want from us? Let's do that, because nothing's worse than not fitting in with a suicidal society, aka suiciety. But I know I just sound crazy, but I still have a cicada. Remember those cicadas from like a couple of years ago? These were the ones that didn't come out for like 17 years or something. I saved one of them. And I don't care if I just seem extra schizophrenic, because people just really don't appreciate things like that. And I know that I'm gonna get accused of not appreciating a lot. But I don't know, it's like, I'm processing a lot. And I have to be alone to process it. I can't process it around other people. I'm about to go to this picnic, and I'll probably spend the majority of it by myself, crying and reading spiritual books under a tree. I mean, I'll spend some time with people. But I realized that one of the reasons why it is good for me to spend time with people is because it reminds me why I have to be alone. I'm actually more likely to get work done if I'm around other people too. Like if I'm in a public place, I'll if I'm too much in my comfort zone, I'm on the couch in my head. You know what I mean? But I saved this cold brew, you guys. Let's see what it says about it. I was trying to read this when I was driving, and I was like, why don't you wait so that you don't crash the car? You ever touch the inside guts of your toaster oven with a butter knife? Jump a golf cart over the train tracks. Take a rip of this nitro cold brew. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Okay. They could just say this is fucking good and drink it. You know, drink it! Drink it! I don't think I'm supposed to shake it. I've been doing that a little bit. Let's see what happens. It means way more because I waited 40 days and 40 nights without it. But I've been reading the Psalms every day. If I miss a day, I definitely make up for it. I'm actually gonna get off the phone here. This is a camcorder, by the way. Not sure. There it is. I'm not like y'all. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to this place that I don't know where I'm going, and I'll probably get lost, so it's better that I'm just focused on the road. But there was a point that I was fixing to make. About drinking this cold brew. Waiting for things. I don't know. I don't know what the point was, but I'm sure it was a really good one. I just had to point out the fact that I had a camcorder. Well, I think it's a natural assumption to make that everybody has a smartphone, but not everybody has a smartphone, and not everybody is a liar, and not everybody is a narcissist, and not everybody cheats on their spouse, and not everybody watches porn. Tell comedians that, they won't believe you, okay? Not everybody lacks virtue and believes in rationalizing every bad thing that they do. Not everybody is fine with being an addict. But I was thinking about how, like, seemingly silly it is to break the fast at like 3 o'clock in the morning and get drunk at the church. Like, literally, last night, people were getting hammered and stuffing their faces with bread and cheese and olive oil and sausage and bacon. Like, somebody had, like, a whole plate of just nothing but bacon. But that's just funny. That's really funny. But that's so alcoholic, isn't it? I think it's pretty alcoholic. Like, that's why it's right up my alley. Because I'm very much an all or nothing person, you know? So. I'd like to believe that, like, I won't go right back to drinking, like, a pot of coffee at a time and, you know, using drugs haphazardly and Indulging, you know? But it's kind of ridiculous for me to think that that compulsive part of me is just going to be eliminated, you know? And I don't know if it's a case of me just not saying the right prayer or just not having enough faith. I don't think that it is. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. This is the Psalter. It's the Orthodox version of the Psalms. And I'll just show you. So I don't really go by this. But we were doing this every day for the past 40 days, where everybody that was in this little prayer group was reading a different kathisma. Okay. So, it's kathisma 1, stasis 1, kathisma 1, stasis 2, and then stasis 3. Okay, so everybody was reading a different one, and we were all praying for each other. And I will read them, and then I'll sing them, and then I'll go to my King James Version and I'll read that version too, because they're a little different. I guess I could do that with the NIV, but like, which one would I choose? You know, there's so many different versions, which I guess is why people say, oh, you can't trust it. Like I've said before, if you get the genuine gist, it's fine. But anyway, I'm hoping that just because Lent is over, I'm not going to stop reading the Psalms every day. I mean, I already read the scripture a lot anyway, but it's good to have that to reference. It's good to have that as sort of an instruction manual, you know? I look at the Bible like it's a giant instruction manual, and all of the answers to life's problems are in it. It's just that because we don't have discernment and understanding, we don't know where to look, or we misinterpret it. But we really are supposed to make it about us. That probably sounds really arrogant, like grandiose, if you will. Very schizophrenic. I know it's very, very, very schizophrenic. But I don't think that if you apply things to yourself in a positive way, you could ever go wrong, you know? It's when you make it all about you, like say somebody cuts you off in traffic and you make that about you, that's when it's a problem. Or say you're really self-indulgent and you don't care if you hurt people, you know, that's when narcissism is a problem. But if you take narcissism and you use it creatively to accomplish tasks, because you kind of sort of have to in order to do something creative, because if you live in the world, and we all live in the world, but if you live in the world, then it's going to be extra tempting to, you know, just like go along with whatever the world's doing. And the world wants you to be really boring, automaton, mass consumer that just does what everyone else does, you know? And so to be creative and to branch out and to do your own thing, like that takes a lot of guts. And so yeah, you kind of have to be narcissistic in order to do that. You have to have everybody think that you're crazy or delusional or whatever. Same with having a child. Having a child in this shit world, that seems like a pretty crazy decision. Even though it's our natural desire, I think. It's our natural instinct to want to survive and to procreate, to further our species and further our bloodline and all that. So biologically and psychologically, it makes a lot of sense. But when you look at the world and how terrible it is, it seems kind of crazy. But yeah, you can take things that are seemingly bad and you can flip them and make them work for you. But that's only if you have God. And people can deny him all they want, and they can swear that he's not real. But people whose lives are significantly improved because they believe in that, you know, they're proving all those motherfuckers wrong, you know, just by their existence and just by the creative projects that they do. So anyway, it's okay. People can be wrong. People can be wrong. It's fine. You have to let people be wrong too. You have to let people be wrong, and you have to let people call you names and, you know, whatever they want to say. Who cares? Who cares? If you know who you are, it doesn't matter what anybody has to say about you.